ahead and start our voting list number 6. First bill, please. I apologize, 5. Wow.
House Bill 121 requires each electric company other than a municipal electric company to submit a report to the Public Service Commission by February 1 each year containing information related to recent votes cast at a meeting of a regional transmission organization. There is one amendment that clarifies that the requirement that the report due to the commission include votes cast by any affiliate of the electric company only applies to Maryland affiliates of that company.
Second.
I must have bumped it. I apologize. Do something.
Say, look, we've been opposed to this in the past, but I think given the recent events, happy to support this bill for the first time in several years. So.
House Bill 860 prohibits a common carrier or an employee of the common carrier from causing damage to public infrastructure that necessitates I'm sorry, the closure of the public infrastructure. A violation of this prohibition is a public nuisance, and the state or council designated or retained by a local government may bring an action against the common carrier for a public nuisance caused by a violation. There is an amendment that alters a provision of the bill, striking is and substituting may be to clarify that a common carrier that commits a violation under the act may be liable to the state or local government for civil penalties of $1,000 per day.
All in favor of the bill as amended, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, all present voted in favor. Bill passes. Next bill, please.
House Bill 1223 establishes a limited license for eyelash extension services and expands the definition of providing aesthetic services to include.
On the bill, moving favorable. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of the bill, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. All present voted favorable. Bill moves forward. Next bill, please.
House Bill 1270 exempts, subject to specified conditions, certain lands from continuing to be designated as part of the Big Savage Mountain Wildland, Bear Pen Wildland, or Dan's Mountain Wildland. More specifically, the existing boundaries of each wildland do not include any next era energy transmission line if the line runs parallel to the existing Potomac Edison transmission line as specified, and a certificate of public convenience and necessity is obtained by the Public Service Commission. There is one amendment that requires an applicant for a CPCN to construct the transmission line through the wildlands specified in the bill to provide certain wildlife mitigation guarantees to the Public Service Commission.
After the amendment.
All in favor, vote say aye.
Aye.
Any discussion?
Just very quick, was there any opposition to this bill, or is all support? Just trying to remember. Sorry. This was that day that I,
Yeah, there was. DNR's position now is neutral.
There was opposition, I believe the Sierra Club was against it, LCD was against it, majority of the environmental.
so is my Farm Bureau for it,
They were in support.
and they continue to be in support after amendment?
I'm not sure if they're still in support after the amendment, but the amendment just required Nextera to provide mitigation guarantees.
I don't think based on I don't think based on the amendment that the support would change.
Okay. What do you?
Any other questions? All right, we're going to do a roll call on this one.
We need what was your editorial on that? With the amendment, you don't think the support will change?
Correct. Based off of the amendment, correct, and you can read it, it's just a notification amendment. I don't think that their position would change whatsoever.
On the bill as amended, Mr. Vice Chair?
Aye.
Delegate Harrison? Aye. Delegate Boafo? Delegate Howard? Yes. Delegate Charkoudian? No. Delegate Rose? No. Delegate Pruski? Aye. Delegate Fennell? Aye. Delegate Turner? Aye. Delegate Valderrama? Yes. Delegate Chi?
Yes.
Delegate Frazier-Dago? Yes. Delegate Adams?
Yes.
Delegate Arentz?
Yes.
Delegate Pippy?
No.
Delegate Johnson? Aye. Delegate Rogers? Yes. Delegate Ampry? Aye. Delegate Wyval? No. Delegate Fisher? No. Delegate Queen? That's an odd mix. Who moves forward favorable?
You ready? House Bill 1294 subjects earned wage access products to the Maryland Consumer Loan Law and other related statutory provisions that regulate entities that provide consumer credit, revolving credit, and closed-end credit. There are amendments in your packet that limit the scope of applicable tip provisions and clarifies the application for delivery or expedited delivery fees.
Move the amendment.
On the amendment, all,
Can I add my name?
oh, go ahead. This is important. You have an amendment, sir?
I just want to add my name to the bill.
Is it number 2?
Yeah.
Aye.
Okay. All right, so that's fine. So on,
We don't do that.
go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. It's your bill now.
Yeah, you're number 2.
No, it brings more regulations into the earned wage access groups, like Pay City, those companies that provide earned wage access. Regulates it, brings it into our consumer laws, creates a cap on how much you can charge on the fees for when you borrow money, and then it also would allow for tips to be allowed to be given to companies, but you have to start at 0 on tips. You have to designate and make it clear that you are able to not tip it off if you don't want to. It makes it clear where the tip money actually goes.
More regulation, more consumer protection? Okay.
Correct.
And to be clear, if
You had to say regulation.
if we don't regulate it, then basically, if we don't put anything forward, then they'll be drummed out of business because the way we haven't had anything over them, we don't want them to fall out. So it's to clean it up.
Yeah.
Delegate Adams.
So the cap, are we capping the fee, or are we saying you can only have a certain percentage?
It'd be a fee.
So we're capping a fee, and,
We're doing a fee instead of the APR.
okay, and is this amendment, so the bill's amended then, because that's not what the original bill did. So is the opposition gone?
No, that's the original.
No,
The original bill had to.
It was always a move away from APR and go to fees.
Fees.
Okay, so there was opposition on the bill?
Yes, it was.
Okay, does that change after the amendment? No, okay.
Delegate Charkoudian.
Just wondering where MDL is on the bill, do we know?
It better be neutral, but I don't know.
Okay.
I'm assuming, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Joking, by
from
the way.
MDL in the audience, but I believe they are in favor of the bill.
I think
They're neutral.
we're letting them be neutral,
They're
yes.
neutral.
All right, thanks.
Sorry, they're neutral.
They provide information. Yeah. Anybody else? Tell Amber, your mic's still on, you good?
I'm good.
All right, on the bill as amended, do we move the amendments? On the bill as amended, Delegate Crosby? Aye. Delegate Harrison? Aye. Delegate Boafo? Delegate Howard? No. Delegate Charkoudian? Yes. Delegate Rose? No. Really? Delegate Pruski? Aye. Delegate Fennell? Aye. Delegate Turner? Aye. Delegate Valderrama? Yes. Delegate Chi? Aye. Delegate Frazier-Dago? Aye. Delegate Adams? No. Delegate Arentz? Delegate Pippy? No. Delegate Johnson? Aye. Delegate Rogers? Yes. Delegate Amprey? Yes. Delegate Weibel? No. Delegate Fisher? No. Delegate Queen? This is Queen or no?
No, yeah, she voted for Fisher.
Oh.
He said,
And
Fisher.
Steve, is there any, is this a floor fight?
It could be.
I don't mind. I just want to know if you could not surprise me. Huh?
Is there a crime rate of action on criminal penalties, or we get rid of this?
I don't think any of those are even in this.
Yeah.
It's violation of concern action. So we amended it.
You should ask Fisher too, he's got his own.
Yeah. They have to be licensed, yeah. It's a misdemeanor conviction and subject to fine. So, yeah.
I hate the fact we keep missing those. I hate the fact we keep missing those.
It needs to come out. It needs to come out.
I'm talking about, take the criminal.
It needs to come out of the law.
So how do you want,
Next year. Talk for next year.
Got you. We're going to have to work that out of the overall law next year. I'm talking about the consumer protection. That's not going to help, but okay. I got you.
Bipartisan.
All right, next bill. Next bill, please.
House Bill 1363 extends statutory provisions that govern movie captioning requirements to apply to a motion picture house with at least 4 screens. Last year, you guys passed a bill that had for 8 screens. This year, they're decreasing it to 4 screens and adding in a reporting requirement.
Move favorable.
The motion's favorable. Any discussion? Yes. Delegate Adams.
The only businesses were affected are Eastern Shore businesses. That was in the testimony.
The only businesses that have less than 4?
The only areas in the state where this bill is necessary is on the Eastern Shore, where that's the only, we have small theaters, and you're passing this bill because it's not applying, and that's a concern of mine, so I'm raising the issue. But it's aimed in our direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it 4 screens? Is that?
Yes.
So you have anything
4 or more
under,
screens.
and if you only have 4, you're good. If you have more than 4, that's where you're getting.
If you have 4, so if you have 1, 2, or 3, you're not included, but the moment you hit 4, you're
I thought,
included.
so it's 4
It's 4 or more.
more, okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to follow up on what Delegate Adams said. Is it only Eastern Shore?
That was the testimony.
I think that was some of
But I can think of a couple,
I was going to say, we have some in Charles County.
I know that have a few that have more
less
than
than
4
4?
screens.
Well, I think the fiscal note said.
Yeah,
So you're saying that your concern is that your Eastern Shore has
Small theaters,
4 or more?
well, 4 or less.
Well,
Then it wouldn't.
then it wouldn't apply.
You're bringing the bill because.
If you have 4,
Right.
it would apply.
Right. If you have 4, 5, 6 or more, the bill applies. And that's your understanding too, right?
3 or
Yeah, 3 or less it does. That's what I'm wondering what you mean by how it targets, because I know
it feels backwards. Yeah, hold on one second, let's just try to figure this out.
Because I don't know how many movie theaters. What's Brian's question?
I guess it doesn't really make an impact on whether he's going to vote for the bill or not, though.
Hold on one second.
So,
I'm not tracking in the fiscal note, Chris, it says anything about the
It's
Eastern
not in
Shore.
the Eastern Shore. And Baltimore says that they have some that now. It's
I mean, I
for
can think of-
Baltimore City that would apply to.
It may have been a testimony, but misunderstanding, because it's not just Eastern Shore. There's Southern Maryland, Baltimore City. There are plenty of places that have 4, 5, and 6. Not to my knowledge.
no one.
No one opposed it.
opposed it.
Yeah, they thought they worked it out. The goal was that they had went and worked it out with everyone, so everybody came to agreement on this. There was no pushback like there was last year.
It involves somebody has like a gun to the other person's head.
Without a doubt.
You know, but what I remember, because, you know, Frederick, a lot of our theaters in Frederick offer this, but there's a cost difference between acquiring a film that has the captions in it. It's not like your TV, your smart TV, where you just hit a button, there's captions, everybody's happy.
That's not what they testified to last year. Last year, they testified it was the same thing, that it was literally the same thing. There's no additional fees. And I couldn't imagine ADA not coming in, going at the movie theater and allowing, you know, this to have happened years ago, where they're charging movie theaters more just to help people that are hearing impaired. Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I must have mistaken this.
No, this is the bill we've had for like the last 5 years in a row.
Right, we passed it with 8.
Whose?
Dan Cox's bill. He brought the original bill.
Because Frederick County has that concept.
All right. No, this is, I like your angle of attack there. But all right, whatever. I won't belabor it.
And there are 15 locations that'll be added in Cambridge, Baltimore, Arbutus, Ocean City, Chestertown, Prince Frederick, Easton, Temple Hills, Lexington Park, Falston, Ocean City, Baltimore, and Churchville. So this is not targeted. I know it was on Twitter, but it might not be true. I'm just messing with you. All right, can we call the vote? All right, this is a straight favorable. No amendments, Mr. Vice Chair.
Aye.
Doggett Harrison. Doug Waffo. Doggett Howard. Doggett Charkoudian. Doggett Rose. Doggett Pruski. Doggett Fennell. Doggett Turner. Doggett Valderrama. Doggett Chi. Doug Frazier Dago. Doggett Adams. Doggett Arentz. Doggett Pippy. Doggett Johnson. Doggett Rogers. Doggett Ampry. Doggett Wyville. Doggett Fisher. Doggett Fisher. Doggett Queen. Bill moves favorable. Okay, the last 4 withdrawals.
Move a, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Move a consent calendar. Unfavorable withdrawal, House Bills 148, 1400, 1416, 1471.
The motion is unfavorable withdrawn. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none.
Yeah.
You're opposing?
No, I'm opposing on one of them.
Which one?
It's a withdrawal. You're voting
They're all
to
withdrawn.
withdraw,
They asked to
not
withdraw their bills. They did. We didn't make them.
Wow. You did.
Bring it back next year.
And you could, yeah. Okay. I got you. All right, so that concludes it, guys. Please be alert for subcommittee hearings. Don't go far. And you guys have subcommittees.
Yeah. Banking, consumer protection, commercial law, stay here.
That's the thing we weren't gonna pass any utility bill until after crossover. Then we didn't